This is Afghanistan, a place about to amaze the entire planet. It might be surprising, considering Afghanistan's long struggle with poverty, hunger and war. But something incredible is happening. Afghanistan is creating the world's biggest artificial canal, and it's called the Kosh-Tepe Canal. This canal, stretching 285 kilometers long and 500 feet wide, is on its way to changing Afghanistan's fate. The Afghan government took on this massive project all by itself, no asking for help, equipment, or engineers from anyone else. As you're checking out this video, around 100 kilometers of the canal is already dug. Now, why did Afghanistan decide to build such a gigantic canal? And why are the experts convinced that this project will totally transform Afghanistan's economy? Let's dig into these questions and get the answers. To know the answers, we first have to understand the geography of Afghanistan. Afghanistan doesn't touch any ocean, it's all surrounded by land. To the east, there's Pakistan, on the west, there's Iran. Up north, there's Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan. Also, in the northeast, there's a tiny border with China, so Afghanistan is completely surrounded by its neighboring countries. Did you know that a whopping 80% of Afghanistan's water comes from those majestic snow-capped mountains in the Hindu Kush? Now, let's break it down. Afghanistan relies on two main rivers for its water supply. First, we've got the Helmand River. 40% of Afghanistan's total water supply comes from this river, which originates in the Hindu Kush, makes its way through Afghanistan, and then splits off at the Iran-Afghanistan border. There's some serious political drama brewing between Iran and Afghanistan over this river. Why? Well, as Afghanistan is building a dam on this river, which according to Iran, will have a major impact on the entire Helmand region. Now, on to river number 2, the Amu Darya, also known as the Oxus River in English. This bad boy holds the title for the longest river in Central Asia. Starting its journey from the Pamir and mountain range between northern Pakistan and Central Asia, it cruises through the Afghanistan-Tajikistan border, takes a detour into Turkmenistan, glides through Uzbekistan, and finally makes its grand entrance into the Aral Sea. This is the river on which the Kosh-Tepe Canal is being built, which we will discuss further in the video. Apart from this, Afghanistan gets most of its water from the Kabul, Harirod and Panj rivers. This country has a lot of mountains, 70% of it to be precise. The part near Iran and Pakistan, though, is more like a desert. So basically, the area below Kandahar is a desert. Now let's talk about the people living there. Afghanistan has diverse groups of people. We've got 42% Pashtun, 27% Tajik, 9% Hazara, and another 9% Uzbek. The others, like Aimak, Turkmen, and Baloch, make up the rest. It's like a big mix of different groups. Historically speaking, Afghanistan has a big role in Central and South Asia's history. The Mughals, Ghaznavids, Abdali, and Khiljis all came to the continent from here. It's like the starting point for important things happening in this part of the world. Now, coming back to the water system of Afghanistan, the rivers there are not enough to meet the country's water needs. This has been a big issue for Afghanistan, and it got even worse after the US-Afghan war. Right now, the northern part of Afghanistan is really short on water. To fix this, the Afghan government has a plan. They want to build an artificial canal from the Amu Darya River. This canal will run for 285 kilometers, supplying water to the entire northern region. With the help of this canal, about 5.3 million acres of this barren desert will be converted into lush green fields. The plan is to grow wheat and other grains once water is available. Afghanistan aims to export 50% of the wheat from here to other countries by 2028. This project started in March 2022, and its initial completion date was 2028. But the way things are moving is pretty impressive. Experts say the canal will be finished in 2025. This big job is being done with super careful planning that even the best Western engineers find pretty amazing. They are doing it in 3 parts. First, they set the path for the canal. That's like a big water road. Then, 200 private contractors like Boss Builders got spread out over 114 pieces. That's the first part, which goes for 108 kilometres. About 7,000 truck and digger drivers, along with project engineers, worked and still work on it. Now they're on to the second part, which is 177 kilometres long. Each contractor puts lots of diggers in a row with room for big trucks in between. Making things work smoothly here, trucks and diggers get in line, and the digger grabs the dirt and drops it into the truck. Once the boss engineer nods, the truck unloads the dirt along the canal's edges. No concrete walls are needed, just nature doing its thing. This way, no extra money is spent. So, not putting concrete in the canal has a big advantage. You can water the land on both sides of the canal. The Afghan government is already planting veggies and plants along the canal border. Once digging is done, water pumps will go in to bring water to all fields within 5 kilometres. Another cool thing done is putting solar panels on tube wells in these fields. This way, no need for electricity to run these tube wells and motors. There was a lot of media propaganda about this project. Some people from far away think Afghan engineers can't handle it, and they also say the person doing the job isn't getting paid on time. But let me tell you, things are not how they seem. The people here love this project. First off, it's giving jobs to thousands of people, and when we checked, if the contractor didn't get paid on time, things wouldn't move so fast. Also, the people in Jowzjan and Faryab provinces are super happy because now they'll get water. That means more farming, more food, and more money for them. The only hiccup we've hit so far is the whole claim situation from Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan regarding the river. They're throwing around a bunch of concerns, saying the project's going to slash the water supply to both countries by half. Now, the Afghan government is sitting down with these two nations to hash things out. The Taliban's pitch is that based on the Alma-Ata Agreement from 1992, Afghanistan's got some rights in the mix too. They're basically saying, look, if Turkmenistan can roll out the Karakum Canal for its own benefit, why can't Afghanistan do its thing? The Karakum Canal is one of the world's largest canals, built by Turkmenistan in 1988 to divert water from the Amu Darya River to irrigate the Karakum Desert. As a result of this canal, Turkmenistan has converted this entire desert into green fields. This is what Afghanistan wants to do as well. Another interesting thing here is that Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan are very important to Afghanistan. About 80% of Afghanistan's electricity supply comes from these two countries. Similarly, a large chunk of Afghanistan's exports pass through these two countries to Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium and Austria. So Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan will talk with Afghanistan about many different things for this canal. No matter what happens politically, this project will really help Afghanistan's economy. Afghanistan won't need to buy food from other countries. In a few years, hunger can disappear in Afghanistan, and the country will be good at making its own food. That's a huge win for a country that's been at war for all these years. We also wish Afghanistan could now focus on making its economy better. After everything the Afghan people went through in the last few decades, they really deserve some peace and prosperity.